You are living in a society built entirely on smoke and mirrors. When everyone around you is wearing a mask, being authentic doesn't just make you different, it makes you a prime target. We are living in the golden age of the counterfeit human. Never before in history has it been so incredibly easy and so highly rewarded to fake everything. People fake their wealth on social media. They fake their happiness in their relationships. They fake their expertise on their resumes. And most dangerously, they fake their morality. We are surrounded by virtue signalers, corporate psychopaths wearing the mask of empathetic leaders, and toxic narcissists fluent in the language of therapy. The system doesn't just tolerate fakeness, it demands it. It pays dividends to the best actors. So, what happens when you are a fundamentally authentic person dropped into this matrix of lies? What happens when you refuse to memorize the script? You become an immediate, existential threat to the ecosystem. Your very existence makes them incredibly uncomfortable. A fake person cannot stand the presence of a truly authentic individual because the authentic person acts as a giant, unavoidable mirror, reflecting the fake person's absolute emptiness. You don't even have to say a word. Just by standing in your truth, you expose their lies. And because you expose them, they will try to destroy you. They will attack your authenticity in subtle, highly calculated ways. They will call your honesty brutal or insensitive. They will frame your refusal to play office politics as lacking ambition. They will try to gaslight you into believing that your standards are simply too high, and that your inability to tolerate fake people is a sign of your own psychological damage. This is the critical moment of survival. The trap is believing that you need to change. The trap is wondering if maybe they are right, and maybe you should just put on the mask to make life easier. Do not put on the mask. Putting on their mask is psychological suicide, but at the same time, you cannot walk through a battlefield completely unarmored. Surviving the age of fakes requires the mastery of a concept called selective authenticity. Many authentic people make the fatal mistake of being radically honest with everyone they meet. They wear their heart on their sleeve. They share their deep traumas, their grand visions, and their true feelings with coworkers, acquaintances, and strangers. This is like throwing pure, uncut diamonds to a pack of starving wolves. They will not appreciate the diamond. They will just swallow it whole and attack you for more. Your authenticity is your highest tier asset. It is the most valuable thing you own. You must guard it like a multi-billion-dollar vault. Do not give the real version of you to people who have not passed rigorous testing. When you interact with a known manipulator, a fake friend, or a toxic coworker, you do not give them your authentic self. You give them the gray rock. You give them a smooth, polite, perfectly professional, and entirely hollow avatar. You become a reflection of the wall. You say, "Good morning." You discuss the weather, you complete the transaction, and you offer absolutely zero access to your inner world. When a fake person tries to bait you into a fake interaction, the most powerful weapon you have is the blank stare. Imagine a coworker who constantly brags about their fake achievements, waiting for you to validate them. The average person will force a smile and say, "Wow, that's amazing. Good for you." They participate in the lie to keep the peace. You will not do this. You will look them in the eye, listen to their entire fabricated story, and then simply say, and then look away. You offer no validation, no challenge, and no emotion. You let their fake story echo in the terrible, cold silence of your indifference. They will scramble. They will feel profoundly stupid, and they will never try to run that script on you again. Surviving this age also means radically auditing your inner circle. You cannot survive a culture of fakes if you allow even one of them inside your fortress. You must become comfortable with having a very small circle. You do not need a vast network of superficial contacts. You need a highly vetted, fiercely loyal cartel of truth. One single friend who can sit in silence with you, who sees your flaws and respects your boundaries, is worth more than 10,000 followers or 100 networking contacts who only love the mask you wear. To outlast the fakes, you must understand the mathematics of endurance. Faking a personality takes a massive, continuous expenditure of energy. It is exhausting to constantly remember the lies you told, to constantly monitor your image, and to constantly seek external validation. This is why fake people eventually crack. They burn out. Their relationships implode. Their careers hit glass ceilings of their own making, and their mental health crumbles under the weight of their own illusions. Authenticity, on the other hand, is highly energy efficient. When you are simply yourself, when you have nothing to hide, and no lies to keep track of, you conserve a massive amount of psychological power. You use that power to build, to create, and to outlast them all. Do not try to expose the fakes. It is not your job to be the vigilante of truth in a corrupt world. Exposing them only pulls you into the mud with them. Simply stand your ground. Be the unmovable mountain. Let the storms of their fake drama crash against your stone and dissipate into the wind. You don't have to beat them. You just have to survive them. And by staying relentlessly real, you have already won.